Hey guys, my name is Yashwant, and today what we're going to do is a simple review of this repository of Neural Enhance. This comes under the topic of top 100 repositories that help um, get your hands dirty with machine learning. And as you can see, my professor put this link down, and I have to do a video on that. Top 200 deep learning repos on GitHub. So what we're going to do today is basically just work ourselves around this particular repository, and I'm going to explain a few points that main Mr. Alex J. Shandard. He's an artificial intelligence specialist, co-founded Creative AI, director of Nucl.ai conference, deep learning, XR Gorilla, game theory, AI engineer, etc. He's from Australia. He's worked around a lot of repositories. He has 19 repositories under him and seems to be a pretty creative guy. So basically what we're going to do today is work our way around this repository called Neural Enhance. So what Neural Enhance is, as you can see this GIF, it gets blurred. You get the original image, that the input image has blurred, and you give a smooth output image, a clearer output image, as you can say an HD output image. So as you can see, yeah, so you were clearly talking about a small image enhancement. So this particular repository deals with super resolution for images using deep learning. So what it does is, sorry to get back. Yeah. So talking about how many people forked this repository, there are 933 people who have forked this repository, which makes it pretty famous. And I think the concept itself of enhancing blurred images itself is a very good topic, and I think that's what makes it famous, and makes it such a famous repository to be included in the top 200 deep learning repositories. So basically we're going to see these are the insights. Like there has been active code contribution towards this repository, and there have been numerous commits. Let's see. Yeah, so okay, since the last week there has been nothing. Maybe this repository is like quite old or something. So going to the community, okay, there has been good contributions towards this. These are the list of the contributors and the contributions and the amount of contributions that they've done. So yeah, so basically if I want to, this is my particular account, as you can see, Yashwain, I prefer to call that. So if I want to fork this particular repository and contribute code towards it, then I can click this button over here, and as you can see, I've just forked the repository under my name, Neural Enhance. Okay, so and now I can start contributing code towards it and start working my way around this project. So the next question is, okay, let's see what forking actually means. Forking repositories on GitHub definition. Okay, as you can see, like there's the GitHub help guidelines, and you get fork a repo. So fork is a copy of a repository. Forking is a repository that allows you to freely experiment with changes without affecting the original project. So for example, like I have a particular project in a particular domain, and somebody else, for example, you have an idea, you've just come across my repository, and like, oh, I have a better idea of how to do this. So what you can do is you can simply fork the repository, add it to your own repositories list, and yeah, so basically you can just add, by forking a repository, you actually make a clone of that repository towards in your dictionary, and you start adding code or developing that particular project in the way that you imagine, or the ideas that you have to develop that particular project. If that doesn't align with the interests of the public, and you want to develop that, you want to add that particular augmentation towards the project in your own style and make it yours or something like that. It's an open source repository, so of course you can use the code and develop that further and create much better things, or even spoil it if you want to. So yeah, so moving ahead, why this repository is so famous, what makes this repository so famous is the fact that see in the domain of security, and in a lot of other things, like if you clicked a blurred image and if you want a smoothen image, or if you want an image that if you want to see the true essence of the image, a clear image, of course, like everybody wants a clear image, nobody wants a blurred image. So this particular repository, like this particular project can be used, this particular neural network, the pre-trained neural network can be clearly used to make things clearer. And I think clear images are the goal towards anything, and nobody wants a blurred image, right? So, and doing this and formulating an idea of coming and putting up a way to do this particular project, I think it is pretty challenging, and Mr. Alex JC has achieved this. So I think that's a pretty good achievement, and it deserves to be in the top 200 repositories on deep learning. So yeah, so talking about content and features, see, so you can just clone or download this repository and make it set up an environment and use this particular project with your own data set of yours. So and there are guidelines including example in usage, installation, background and research, troubleshooting, and frequently asked questions. So going to the background and research part. So this code uses a combination of techniques from the following papers, as well as some minor improvements yet to be documented. Watch this repository for updates. Okay. So perceptual losses for real-time style transfer and super resolution, real-time super resolution using efficient subpixel convolutional, deeply recursive convolutional network for image super resolution, photorealistic super resolution using generative adversarial neural networks. So word of thanks to all the So yeah, basically talking about the examples and usage, this just goes around on how to run this particular project. So if you see the Docker CPU and Docker GPU files, to run this particular project, enhance.py, that I think this is the main script, 587 lines. So it works around basically, image processing part, of how to guess the blurred parts of the image and smoothen them using Gaussian smoothing and everything, and techniques like that. Convolutional neural network. For this particular project, I think for this particular project as specified over here, you can basically use a pre-trained model and pass these images through that pre-trained model, so that you can get smoothen images and see the smoothness weighting as I7 or something like that. Yeah. So guys, I hope that I've been able to browse through this particular repository and give you an overall idea of how this project works, and about if you want to go more deeper into how the project works and the specifications of the regarding the neural networks and the architecture of the neural networks, you should consider visiting this particular link on GitHub, and you can learn more about this. Or this project is still running with active contributors, with 3 releases recently, with 3 branches, and 934 people forking it, and start by 8,900 people actively watching are 363 people. So, and with a good score of 3.0, and I believe that you can use this repository, and if you have some better ideas, you should consider cloning it and contributing code towards it. So that's it from my side. For more information, please visit the link in the description below, and it will also be given in the video. So I would like to end this video by saying thank you, and that's it. Bye.